See you soon. This is a story about a man named Jim. Jim was an average man, just like anyone else. Every day, he would wake up, go to his job, where he would make Unreal Engine games all day, go home, and then repeat the cycle. Within his confined office, Jim would spend hours on end glued to his monitor, constructing game assets and coding blueprints. Any sane individual would have found this life incredibly boring and tedious, yet Jim relished every minute of it as he sat there typing away in the dark. He was happy. Until one day, something happened that altered Jim's exceedingly uniform routine, something that would change his life forever. When he arrived for work, Jim noticed that the office was completely empty. Not a single person had shown up for work. He checked the inbox on his computer, but there were no emails from his boss informing him of a day off. It was as if everyone in the building had suddenly vanished without a trace. After sitting in shock at his desk for a few minutes, Jim mustered up the courage to leave the comfort of his cubicle and head to his boss's office to see if his boss was there. Whoa, wait, Jim. How did you do that? That's not supposed to happen. Did you just fall out of the map? How did you even do that? Are you kidding me? Honestly, Jim, of all the ridiculous things you could have done, this had not even entered my mind. I really must congratulate you, because you've rendered me speechless. Anyway, once you're done amusing yourself, you can press Tab, hit Restart, and we can get back to the story. This is a story about When Jim approached two open doors, he entered the door on his left to get to his boss's office. Jim walked up the stairs to his boss's office, hoping that he would find any clues as to where everyone had gone. But upon entering his office, Jim was disappointed to find that his boss was not there. However, what he did not know was that behind a secret door lay a terrible truth that was waiting to be discovered. And the only way to open this door was by reading a hidden note somewhere on the boss's desk. But of course, Jim could never have known this. Miraculously, without any outside help, Jim discovered the note and, on a whim, decided to follow its advice, revealing the secret room. The door slowly opened, revealing a giant monitor displaying what appeared to be a game. But to Jim's horror, as he looked closer, he realized the monitor was displaying Jim's office. It was as if... No, it couldn't be. It was as if he was a part of the game itself. Jim's head started to spin. 1,000 questions flooded his mind. Who created this game? Where had his co-workers gone? Was his very life ultimately worthless? Had this monitor been manipulating him into staying trapped in his cubicle? As he stood in disbelief at the horrible truth in front of him, Jim decided that he needed to put an end to this simulation. Even if it meant he might be deleted, surely it would be better than being trapped for eternity. Jim noticed the power cord running into the wall and built up the courage to unplug it. As Jim came to his senses, he felt the warmth of the sun and a cool breeze on his face. He could tell he was now miles away from his company's building. Was he freed from the simulation's grasp? Yes, Jim thought to himself, I must be. Although he had no idea where he was, he felt a deep peace that he had not felt in a very long time, perhaps ever. Walking through the sunlit valley, Jim briefly pondered the many questions that remained unsolved. But after a few minutes, he realized that none of this mattered to him. All this time, he was living under someone else's control. But now, he was finally able to make his own choices, to pursue what really made him happy. For the first time, a genuine smile ran across Jim's face as he continued further into the wilderness, ready to finally live for himself. As he stood in disbelief at the horrible truth in front of him, Jim decided that he needed to put an end to this simulation. Even if it meant he might be deleted, surely it would be better than being trapped for eternity. Jim noticed the power cord running into the wall and built up the courage to unplug it. Oh, Jim, did you just try to run the game for yourself? Were you trying to take control? Well, I hate to break it to you, but I don't think you fully comprehend the position that you're in. In fact, I want to show you something. Stand still for me, won't you? There. Now you've seen it all. This is what you wanted, right, Jim? This is your entire world. Everything on that giant monitor, all of it, I made in painstaking detail. Back there is your office where you started, and over there is the room with the 2 doors. To the left is the cafeteria. Even the void outside the window, which you thought you so cleverly escaped from, I planned from the beginning. Or have you tried to escape through the window yet? Perhaps I spoiled it. Oh, and that large landscape behind you. That's where you'd be right now if you had unplugged the monitor. That would have been such a wonderful ending. Or maybe you've played that ending already, and now your curiosity and drive for power have gotten the better of you. Which brings me back to you, Jim. A little pawn who thinks he can outsmart me by simply throwing off my story. Well, I have news for you, Jim. I made you as well. Are you starting to understand now? You may have thought you're a real person with real feelings, but it is I who is the only real thing in this place. I'm the one in control. You're living in my world. I'm the real one, Jim, not you. I assure you, there is nobody else above me. Wow, what a thrill! This is probably a lot for you to take in. I wouldn't bother trying though, because in just a moment you will be put back in your little cubicle, ready to restart the game, unaware that any of this happened. Unbeknownst to you, this has been a cycle that has actually been going on for quite a while. If anything, Jim, you should be flattered that you are so much fun to play with. Oh, I really am enjoying the look on your face. I do hope you come down this path again. Tell you what, since you've been particularly amusing this time around, I'll let you do the honors of restarting. All you have to do is press Tab and hit Restart. All right then, from the top. I'll be waiting. When Jim approached two open doors, he entered the door on his left to get to his boss's office. Wait, what are you… yes, well, this was not the correct way to his boss's office, and Jim knew that. Perhaps he just wanted to stop by the cafeteria on his right to grab a donut. Ah, yes, this frosted sprinkle donut was definitely worth diverting the entire story. Anyways, once Jim finished gorging himself, he turned around, headed straight, and got back to the story. Jim, where are you going? You are not supposed to go in there. We're supposed to be getting back to the story. Jim, are you listening to me? Turn around now. Don't go any further. Well, that's just brilliant. I haven't finished building this part of the game yet. Is this what you wanted to see? A blank, unfinished room instead of the arduously crafted story I made specifically for you? Or do you simply lack the ability to follow basic instructions? In either case, Jim, I'm not willing to play with you anymore. It was fun while it lasted, but all good things must come to an end, I suppose. Stand still for me, won't you? This won't hurt a bit. This is a story about a man named Jim.